Hello, it's Marielle from Aquamermaid, and today I want to share with you about Mermaid Insurance. If you are a mermaid performer, or if you're a mermaid swimming teacher, or if you run a mermaid business, you should have insurance to protect yourself. But what should you get, why, and what for? Then that's what we're going to talk about today. Then I don't know the perfect company. There's so many companies that offer insurances, but I will put a few links of the ones that I know that I either use or other mermaid use, and that can guide you to find what you need. But get a few quotes. That way I notice also you can get a really wide variety of quotes. Then get the best price for the coverage that you need. Then also what you need to know is that you can purchase an insurance that will cover you for a full year, or you can also go per event. If you're just doing a few events per year, you can just be insured for that specific event. There is different way to save money if you join group or club, and that way you share the insurance under the same group. You can get cheaper rate than if you go a standalone insurance just for yourself. For example, if you work as an swimming instructor or a performer for Aquamermaid, we add you as an additional insured on our insurance, and that's much cheaper. Then I'm currently also working with the Artistic Swimming USA, the synchronized swimming group, to add mermaid as a new discipline. That way we'll get as swim instructors and as athlete swimmers great in group rate insurances. Then if you want more info that's in the progress, then you can send me a message by email and I will let you know all the details if you want to an insurance policy. Then just to cover the main thing that you would need as a mermaid for your business is a general liability insurance. Then this covers a few things. Then your body injuries, property damage, medical payments, legal defense and judgment, and personal and advertising injuries. Then mainly you need to make sure that you're covered if you get injured, if you break stuff at the location where you are, and if people in your team also or your customer get hurt. Legally, it's not mandatory to have insurances, but most of the event will require it. Or if you want to rent a pool to give swimming lessons, you will need an insurance. And I would say this is a no-brainer. I know it's an expense at the beginning. If you even don't have any contract yet, you need to start with insurance, but it's worth it. Then I read online, and to see the general insurance for a mermaid will vary between maybe $300 to $800 per year. That gives you an idea for $1 million coverage. And this is like in the children and family activity category. And there's several factors that will influence how much you pay for that insurance. The location where you're offering your services, the deductible, then how much you need to pay as a minimum if you do a claim, the number if you have any employees, how many people work for you, per occurrence limit, then every time there is an accident or an issue, how much is the limit, and also the aggregate of all the insurance together for the different categories. I know also some people use their insurance from the Scuba Diving Association called DAN, D-A-N. If you're already part of their association as a scuba diver instructor, things like that, they can include a mermaid swimming too. Then just a few points for you to think about that can be interesting to insure, but just ideas for you to think about. Commercial automobile insurance if you're using a truck or a car often for your work. Also, something important is a commercial property insurance, and that means that includes your mermaid tail. And if you invest a lot of money into a silicone tail, you may want to have insurance on it. Any gear that is related to your business. Workers' compensation, then if in your team you have a lot of employees, if they get hurt, they get sick, or anything special happens to them, you would need an insurance for them. Then at this point, if you're working with mermaid performers that only work a few times a year for special events, if they supply their own equipment, I would highly suggest you to hire them as contractors. And that way it's a different type of relationship with them, and you don't have the same responsibility. They can have their own insurance, or you can put them under your policies, but not as an employee. And there's a bunch of things, even if you have insurance, you should do to protect yourself even more. Then I would always use a solid contract. And also I'm putting together a freebie for you, a contract that I'm using for mermaid gigs, and I would like to share it with you. That way, if you don't know how to plan it, this can protect you. And I will put a link down below that you can can register and I can send it to you. Also, if you do mermaid lesson, make customers sign waivers. Also register your business as a corporation to protect yourself personally, that all your assets are in the business, all the revenues are part of a business compared to you personally. Your personal life are separate with the business. And also super important, just streamline and write down processes that are safe. How do you run your business, how it should be done, safety ratio, how many students per instructor do you have, any certification you require as lifeguards, as CPR, anything to make sure your staff, your team, everybody knows the best practices to be safe and do this amazing mermaid business. Perfect, that's mainly what I could cover about insurances. Let me know if you have more questions. I will put some links in the description below for you to check insurances that I know cover mermaids, but mainly there's two main categories, the mermaid performers and the mermaid swim instructors. And those are two different categories. One will go more into the performer, circus artist route, and one will go more into the swimming schools coverage. Then important to specify to the insurance what you're doing exactly, and also all the safety measurement that you're gonna do. For example, at Aquamermaid, we have a ratio of 1 instructor per 5 students. We always have a lifeguard on the pool deck. We always start with the swim test. If student cannot pass a swim test, they need to wear a life jacket, and then we start in the shallow section. We progress start with flow, teaching the movements, the dolphin kick without the fin, with the fin, with floaters, in the shallow section, and then in the deep section. Then there's a full progression for safety, and you should really tell your insurance what you're doing and your processes in place to be super safe and making sure there's no accident. Be safe, think ahead, and let me know if you have any questions about insurances, and I'm gonna make sure to help you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!